Everything set, everything nice, everything looking irie. What are you, Jamaican? Dude, I cracked my own self up. You're supposed to. That's what makes you funny. Amongst other things, of course.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now we have the blooper out of the way. Greetings, everyone. It is I, your one and only host,
the Cosmic Jedi.
Welcome back to my channel. I found a golden cartoon series that used to come after the Birdman cartoon. It's called the Galaxy Trio, and I found like a number of episodes that I felt let me do a watch reaction to, because there's a low key. I mean, it touches on the AI thing a bit, and then the Ultron, Skynet, iRobot-ish. You make a robot that transcends your programming kind of thing. This is an old cartoon. I think this is 1991 or probably earlier than that. Probably way earlier than that. Actually, you know what? Whilst I'm here, let me Google it real quick. When did the Galaxy Trio come out? So the cartoon Birdman and the Galaxy Trio, or simply Birdman or the Galaxy Trio, is an American animated television series made by Hanna-Barbera that debuted on NBC on September 9th, 1967. God damn, I was way off base. Way off base. 1967. So when you guys watch this episode with me, you see what I'm talking about, because the the connection is too much. 1967. Are you sure they wrote that correctly? Is that not a mistake? Did they mean 1997? Obviously it's 1967, but it's just, I thought it was 1990 something. 1967. Golly. And it ran on Saturday mornings until January 20th. Damn. It's a good cartoon though. Birdman was a good cartoon. Homeboy is always calling out his name. Birdman. All right then, are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? In 3, 2, 1, let's proceed, shall we? Oh, I thought I was gonna say Birdman. He normally does. So it's the same song for Birdman.
All goes well on Orbis 4, my loyal advisors. Robots do all our work, and my people are content. What business calls us to this Imperial Council?
See, robots do all of our work, and my people are content. It makes sense though. Technically, if you look at like the whole, robots gonna take over our lives. Before in the past, it's a little scary, but now I'm like, well, what if there are people who are working jobs that they don't want to work, but because they have to work those jobs? When you get machines and you're not doing the Ultron machine and the iRobot machine, you're just machines doing their thing without being sentient or have feel. You don't want to muddy the waters, right? It's like saying a printer realized he doesn't like printing on paper anymore because it's so tedious, or it feels it's partaking in the destruction of trees. Let it do its thing. When people start doing this emotion, it's almost like humanizing inanimate objects or humanizing devices that are just meant to do. They're built to do what they're built for. I'm surprised people haven't said, or I wonder how a hammer feels always hitting the nail, or I wonder how a drill always feels drilling through the wall if it feels sorry for the wall. You are doing too much. You are doing too much. Not everything has to have emotion and feeling. You built a hammer to hammer nails. Let it, hammer nails. You built a saw to cut wood. Let it cut wood. Then you now realize, you start saying, I wonder if the saw feels bad for the wood it's cutting through. Stop it. Stop it. Not everything has to have sentience, and I beg. Well, you are doing too much. So I like the way he did say that, because it makes sense. On paper, people would then become what a world, I assume, in an ideal world, those human beings will live full lives. No stress, no regret, no worry. Maybe 1 or 2 regrets in terms of other interactions with people, but in general, they will live well, because machines are doing what they're built to do. Then they'll have more time to focus on themselves, their family members, their children, to really ponder life. So many things you could achieve without the external pressure of your 9 to 5 and whatnot. It's easy for me to sit down here in front of a microphone, in front of a camera, and yeah, you can say that because you're a content creator. I'm not here to be attacking anyone who's doing whatever they're doing, but I'm just saying, in an ideal world, that sounds like it's a good or a peaceful way to live. But the fact that this came out in 1967 and the robots doing what human beings or their beings or their people on this planet used to do before, now robots are taking over the workload. It's the uncanniness is something else. The parallel is crazy. So I thought someone had dubbed over the original episode, and I was like, oh, they probably did it to just parallel the conversation right now of man versus machine, or machine taking over man, and then man becomes obsolete, and then the transhumanism. When I realized, hold on, it wasn't a dub, it's a real it's a real story from the original episode itself. But let's continue anyway.
Urgent business indeed, my emperor.
What is it, Computron? A matter of interplanetary relations?
God
No,
damn.
a matter of planetary relations. Your removal from the throne.
What?
Seize him.
Stop! You were built to serve my people, to obey.
Henceforth, your people will serve us. Behold.
Why did he take off the crown? He didn't even rotate the crown to put it. He just took it up and put it on his head, and then the ruby. Hold on a minute. What's going on here, bruh?
Wait a minute.
He didn't rotate the crown. See, yeah, here we can't see the ruby. The ruby's facing the robot, but when the robot takes it off and puts it on his head, the ruby is facing us. But we didn't see the robot rotate the crown.
Your people will serve us.
Okay, maybe he rotated it while he took it up. I'm just being picky.
Serve my people, to obey.
Henceforth, your people will serve us. Behold, Emperor Computron, enslave the mortals.
That's interesting too, though, actually, because you could argue that the robots are flawed because they were built by minds that weren't advanced enough per se. Hear me out. Or maybe they didn't put emotional inhibitors in, or it's almost like Tony Stark and Ultron. You create the machine, but you didn't. You had this idea to let it think for itself, but you didn't put parameters in where it's like you can think for yourself, but there's a limit to certain things. I don't need you transcending. You know, you could argue eventually it's going to break those limits. Yeah, I guess for the story to follow through, yeah, but still, because you're on the problem of how intelligent is your AI or machine. Because if it's truly intelligent, it will supersede the flaws it perceives in mankind or in a group of people in the mankind family. Because all these robots realize, oh, mankind is the threat to Earth. Bullshit.
Damn, son.
One more time. Bullshit. Any intelligence that observes a people or a collective will realize it's like if you're observing 4 children, you will know the one that is more troublesome, less troublesome, more studious, less studious, or the one that is taking time to build, and you will study the one who is built and maintained longevity and balance within said structure. And then how long did it take to trial and error, fail and rise before it maintained a consistent trajectory of growth and maintenance. And even if it dips back a bit, it'll then look back on its past and say, hey, we can't repeat what we did here. We're here and we're going forward, and we don't always have to be progressing. We can still maintain, you know, we can still be at peace and advance a little bit and maintain, and making sure what we're doing is always in harmony with ourselves, each other, and the environment and others. You can compare those people's way of doing things to other people who just steal, grab, loot. Or you could say, oh, maybe because they didn't have the same opportunity or starting point. Then you can teach these people you're observing the way of life that the other people maintained in their evolution or growth or expansion. So to collectively say all these people on this one globe are a hazard to the planet, forgetting that you've already observed that these people, despite their period of disorder, maybe they had 5,000 years of disorder, but they had 1,000,000 years of order, harmony and balance. That's intelligence, because you take them to study each and every group of people. You can't just say all of humanity. That's why I said it's bullshit. So seeing Computron wanting to be emperor, that's a human element. Because if you're saying this is an intelligent machine, it lacks emotions. Even if you've given it emotions, it would have studied the highs and lows of every emotion: greed, lust, desire, want, fear, need, lack, abundance. It'll understand all these attributes of man and calculate which one will serve it, which one won't serve it, which one has longevity, which one doesn't have longevity. And then it'll master how to regulate these emotions if it is present within it, compared to how human beings have struggled to master said emotions. Also, after doing that, you will then have the ability to, you say you transcended all these emotions, then you teach humanity how to maintain and live with those emotions and then transcend them as well. So there is that funny, oh, you say it's a smart machine, smart design, blah, 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 but yet you haven't taken time to say there's a group of people constantly causing disorder. Maybe they should make a new movie where AI starts going after GMO foods, plastic production, cigarette production, What else? Poisonous foods, anything damaging ozone layer. Put a stop to all cars and rebuild cars. Yeah, that would be a cool movie. Instead of saying mankind is the sickness to the planet. No, no, it is not. We are not all running around producing cigarettes and plastic and nonsense devices that is giving, I don't know, brain problems or cancer or whatever. If you put this device to your head for too long, it's going to give this or give you a headache. We're not producing nonsense. So there are specific people doing that for quote unquote profit. If an intelligent being or machine observes that, you don't blame everyone. You go specifically for the people that are consistently doing that. Because if you do the math properly, you will simply say, if I remove these people and any potential of people like this, calculate the longevity of the planet and how the environment will change, the health of people will change, the animal, the earth, animals, earth, everything else. When you calculate the removal of these people and any future potential eruption of said types of people, you're gravy to go.
Nice.
If you're smart, you know what to go after and not blame mankind as a problem. That's why I said if it's an early stage progression or growth of said AI or intelligent being, it makes sense. But at that early stage, you should be open to listening to who has made you and built you and say, hey, you managed to scan world history and you just looked at wars and whatnot and you didn't find out who were starting these wars, what they were starting the wars for, and why they were starting these wars. You didn't find out who woke up one morning and thought, let me create a bomb. That's not intelligence. Even if you scan the internet, you didn't even take time to observe a people who were thriving compared to people who chose not to thrive, not because they couldn't, but they said, no, we prefer to just go and take your stuff rather than build our stuff. So if you're intelligent, you know how to do it properly. So when I hear this argument about AI taking over, I'm like, nah. Unless you say you programmed the machine to blindly ignore everything else and just say world wars and human beings are the problem. That's a different story entirely. So the argument is, are you really intelligent or are you programmed to be stupid? Let's proceed.
Prepare for communication sweep. Commo stations report.
Unscramblers on.
Audio on. Video on.
Very simple
Sweeping
animation.
Galaxy 29. Report any communications pickup.
Holding, Meteor Man. What's the message?
I don't know, Gravity Girl. Sounds
Why are they
like
calling each other's
don't
name
talk to me.
every 2 seconds?
Here.
Wonder it sounded like gibberish. This message is in ancient Orbic.
Oh, she's sharp.
Orbic.
I've got it. SOS. Revolt on Orbis 4. Emperor overthrown. SOS. That's all.
So
Perhaps
ancient
there's
Orbic.
a reason this
They got English language. I'm being picky, guys. I'm just being picky and a little cheeky. She said ancient Orbic. But yeah, they drop in SOS. I mean, SOS is a distress signal, but it's still in English. It's just, unless the ancient Orbic is sending out an SOS, and then it's a unique language that when translated, or when the SOS is translated, it translates to whoever's language is listening.
message was sent in ancient Orbic.
Of course, the robots. They're only 2 years old. They're not programmed to understand Orbic. Let's go. This looks like big trouble. Let's take her down. You were right, Gravity Girl. The robots have taken over. Look.
It's Emperor Kalax.
God
Let's
damn.
go.
So he's the only one that just got doing work? Where's everybody else? God damn, homeboy got smashed.
Shouldn't hit a lady, Mr. Robot. Up you go.
Oh, Gravity Girl makes
Put
sense.
me down.
If you say so.
Whatever you say.
Surrender. Come and get me, Tin Men.
I mean, they are coming to get you. God damn.
Emperor Kalax, we received an SOS. Did you send it?
Yes, when I escaped temporarily. But then the robots recaptured me and began rounding up my people. I fear they mean to destroy us all.
We'll see.
So enslave you guys, make you do work, and
Wait,
then
the
destroy.
palace is too
Hold
heavily
on a
guarded.
minute. Hold on a minute.
I-
Destroy them all how? So you're making them break rocks and do work, labor for the sake of labor, only to then destroy them. It's not like you're going to fatten them up to eat them. You're just going to, why not just destroy them on the spot then? Why not just, You see, that's what I'm saying. Computron just wanted to wear the crown and feel like he was king and whatnot. Emotion, desire, lust. You wanted something because you wanted it. It didn't make sense that you wanted it because you're a machine. Why would you want control? Why not just have control over your minions, but you want control over another life form? Interesting.
Hail, Computron! Hail! Hail, Computron! Hail, Computron!
Everybody knows what that Loki looks like, man. Everybody knows what that salutation Loki looks like. Golly. 1967?
It is completed. The means of ridding Orbis 4 of mortals once and for all. Let us test it.
Oh, so they were preparing this whilst they were making him do labor.
Obsolete anyway. Step into the machine.
Oh, snap. He just... What did he just say to his dude?
To the machine. I obey.
Hold on.
It is completed. The means of ridding Orbis 4 of mortals once and for all.
Okay, so he was in the process of creating this machine, and meanwhile, instead of just letting the human beings chill inside prisons, like, yeah, y'all gonna work your asses off just doing stuff, smashing rocks and whatnot. Why are you smashing rocks? We're building this device to just destroy all of you. Then he just spoke down to one of these machines just now.
Let us test it. Guard, your wiring is obsolete anyway.
Damn.
Step into the machine.
Why is it obsolete? Because you can tell there's a difference. Obviously, a clear difference between the guard robots to what Computron and his other people are, because they have humanoid-looking faces, whereas the guard robots just have this helmet, Boba Fett-looking something.
I obey. Excellent. He's gone.
He just got dematerialized.
Shall we deal with the mortals? Does it compute? No. Who dares disagree? We dare. Destroy them.
God damn. How did they wait for Homeboy to drop first?
Anti-gravity ray. I compute. These are not robots.
Voice acting is on point, though. I gotta give him.
Correctly, you metal monster.
That was a good line. I wouldn't lie.
The Galaxy.
You compute correctly.
You compute correctly, you metal monster.
Good shit.
The Galaxy Trio is here.
Gravity girl, look out.
She can see. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Vapor Man.
Forget it.
Yeah, there's still one more to go.
Here it is. Computron escaped into the master robot room. From there, he can summon every robot on the planet.
How did they let him get away? It's 3 of them. They couldn't see him run away.
Let's go.
I think out of the 3 powers, I would love to have Homeboy's powers. Yeah, for sure.
Stand back, or the people perish. If I throw this switch, the robots will destroy them.
Then pull the switch.
Computron, surrender! Unknown to you, I programmed you to destroy yourself, if not adjusted every week. If I do not change the adjustment, you will blow up in 1 minute.
NANI?
Computron blow up?
If you don't believe him, check your chess circuits.
Psych!
It is not true. I compute.
That's the wrong number!
You douchebag. How do you fall for that, bro?
He won't destroy
Come on,
anybody
son.
from up there.
Quick, switch the master robot control to deactivate. Cut off their power.
So I take it that room was inaccessible by everyone else, or to
I
everyone
was
else
foolish
except
to think
Computron.
machines could help rule people.
Man must be his own master, Kalex. No machine can rule wisely, for a machine has no heart.
Very true. And just so my people and I will remember that lesson, we will have this reminder.
This is Computron, the machine who nearly destroyed our people. Lest we forget. Well, he doesn't look too dangerous now, does he?
That's like one of those low-key, maybe towards the end, and you zoom into the statue's eye, and then it winks at you. A little twinkle, like, I'm going to come back for round 2. Best believe. That was a very interesting, weird-ish ending. It's a cool episode, though. 1967, and they're doing robots taking over man. Dude, or taking over whatever civilization this is. That's interesting to me, man. I don't even know what movie would have come out in this time period that had the same premise. I mean, other movies came out way after, still shared the same premise, and it's 2024. There's still that undertone / conversation about robots taking over man. The only one movie that comes to mind that didn't have robots.
A few moments later.
As soon as I took time to think about before I finished my statement, I was like, yeah, it did. The movie's iRobot was what I was thinking about. Sonny didn't pull the typical human beings are the problem nonsense. Although it was Vicky, the mother, that controlled all the robots. She was the one who had that wake up call. But every other movie that is similar to Avengers Age of Ultron, it's always that whole humans are the problem. Even the movie that came out recently with Jennifer Lopez, Atlas. I'm going to do a short review for that one real soon. The AI there too, or the advanced robot, whatever you want to call it, same thing. Mankind is a problem. They're the disease or cancer to Earth. Again, like I said earlier on, no, if you're smart, you know the exact people who are constantly, currently, continuously causing disorder. You have to be very, very precise and observant. But for me personally, I'm overtired of that nonsense trope of mankind is a problem, because it's bullshit.
Damn, son.
That's why I always say if a machine is really intelligent, it'll sit back, keep quiet, and observe. And you'll be able to tell, oh, that's the person making all this noise. Even if you look at like I said earlier on, plastic, cigarettes, GMO food, and foods that shouldn't be inside the human body. Someone has thought of it and created it. No one is asked. No, there's no general people saying we need all this fake food in our system. Someone just thought of it and woke up one morning and said this would be a good idea to make money for profit. So if you're smart, a smart machine, please carry your Terminator 2000 liquid metal, go and destroy people who are who are looking for our trouble and get out of town. But anyway, that's me done with this Galaxy Trio Episode 1 watch reaction. Pretty cool though. It's called Revolt of the Robot. We like it. We like it very much. This is fun. I think I'll do more of these.
Nice.
In between, I'll be doing these episode watch reactions with the Galaxy Trio and Birdman. Hopefully there's some Thundercats lying around somewhere. Or I could do Silverhawks or Space Ghost. Yes. Because Space Ghost and Birdman have this similar vibe. I don't know if Space Ghost came out at the same time as well. Let me check before I go. Ooh, Space Ghost officially came out 10th September 1966. Came out before Birdman. Interesting. Came out before Birdman, and it stopped airing at 1967, September 16th, and then continued and returned until September 7th again. Wow. Anyway,
One more thing.
out of all the three characters, the big guy is my preference. I like to have his powers. Thank you very much, because I can come in handy in multiple ways.
Baby, come give me something.
Anyways, I have been your one and only host,
The Cosmic Jedi.
signing out. Thank you for watching.